Welcome to Uffsides. This is the Week 12 post-Thanksgiving abbreviated Week 12 show. Hope you all enjoyed your meals and family time. I'm Matt Ufford, joined by Alex and Joe, who's sitting in for Will this week. No, it's not a diversity initiative. Will will be back, but we do love Joe. Our first game, Arizona at Atlanta. Another bird battle. How many consecutive weeks is this a bird battle?
I think it's been a month in a row.
Joe, you're a Falcons fan.
How did you know that?
You wear a Falcons hat 4 days a week.
Yeah, I do.
The Falcons are 6-4. How'd they start? They started like 4-1 this season, right? They've gone 2-3 over the last 5 games, kind of hiccuping down the stretch. Julio Jones, he had an injury, but he's getting better, right?
He's getting better, and also since the merger, he has had more receiving yards and 100-yard games in the first 75 games of his career than anyone else has had in their first 84. So he's just lapping the field in terms of wide receivers to start their career.
Suck it, Jerry Rice. The Cardinals, who were widely expected to be one of the best teams in the NFC this year, if not the best team in the NFC after last year's performance, that has not been the case. One of the biggest disappointments of 2016. The only teams they've beaten soundly are the Jets and the Niners, and that's
those don't count.
Part of it, man, that offense. Carson Palmer just can't throw deep anymore. And has any wide receiver in a contract year ever played worse than Michael Floyd?
He's probably cost himself $40-50 million.
He's going to be working for minimum wage in Jacksonville next year. All right, let's get to the line on this game, which is Falcons by 4. What do you think, Alex?
If Dez returns, yeah, I like Atlanta.
Des Trufant?
Yes.
They're not going to get like Des Bryant on the sideline. A shocking
Last second trade.
I'm going to take the Cardinals to cover. I think that the Cardinals might surprise us a little bit here. Sunday Night Football, great division matchup. Chiefs at Broncos, both teams 7-3. And you're like, wow, this is a great matchup between two very good teams, but then you squint a little bit harder and you see this is a Chiefs team that's failed to get to 21 points in 3 straight weeks. Wait a minute, this is a Broncos team led by Trevor Siemian and 2 great defenses. Could this be the second Sunday Night Football 6-6 tie of the season? And the answer is, oh, I hope so.
I'm praying for it.
I gotta say, I love this Chiefs defense. It is awesome. Eric Berry is a great player.
Justin Houston back full throttle, played 55 snaps last week.
Marcus Peters I kind of dismissed as like, well, he's only getting so many receptions because they're targeting so much. No, dude is a straight up ball hawk. The AFC West is a horse race. You've got the Raiders at 8-2 now. Both these teams at 7-3. Not only do you need the win to keep up with the Raiders, but it could be the difference between facing Pittsburgh or facing Indianapolis or Houston.
Osweiler.
Mark Rottweiler. Whew, almost had an episode where we didn't say his name. All right, line on this game is Broncos by 3. I think the Chiefs are a better team here.
I'm going KC.
What do you say?
Too close to call, I'll take KC.
All right, woo! Everybody agrees. You know what? We got rid of Will and we all just started agreeing. Apparently he's the divisive force in the room. You and I actually agree on things.
We're seeing eye to eye.
All right, I like it. Monday Night Football, Packers at Eagles. This one looked really good after like week 3 or 4. Not so much the case in November. The Packers are in absolute free fall. Coach Mike McCarthy coming under fire.
Is there any way in the world he survives this year?
Jermichael Finley, former Packers tight end, talking some trash about Aaron Rodgers and Clay Matthews. He's upset that Aaron Rodgers never gave him his cell phone number when they played together. Dude, Jermichael Finley, don't feel bad about Aaron Rodgers not giving you a cell phone number. Aaron Rodgers' parents don't have his cell phone number.
Olivia Munn probably doesn't have his cell phone number.
I think that.
She's the only one. She's the only one.
Yeah. I don't understand why you wouldn't talk to your parents.
Well, you can't blame him for not talking to his brother, though.
No,
he was on the.
I've been very clear. I've been very clear to say parents, and not. Yeah. I was like, I watched enough Bachelorette to know, like, yeah, I wouldn't give Jordan Rodgers my number either. Love JoJo though; she's a sweetheart. Just don't think she made the right decision. One of the things that we do every time we talk about the Eagles is talk about how terrible the Eagles wide receivers are. Philly fans have started up a GoFundMe to cut Nelson Aguilar.
And he is just so remarkably bad between his awful production, worst case of the drops in the NFL, and he can't even line up right, which negated Zach Ertz's 57-yard touchdown.
That was great. I don't think Eagles fans necessarily understand how GoFundMe works.
Listen, Howie Roseman, we'll pay you this much.
They've got like they're like on like MoveOn.org starting a petition. Before Obama leaves, we're gonna make sure that he looks into this Nelson Aguilar contract. We talk about Green Bay, they're in free fall. Oh, what's wrong with them? Oh, Aaron Rodgers isn't talking to his family. I think more important than whatever Aaron Rodgers has going on in his personal life would be the fact that they've gone like their entire season without their starting cornerbacks.
Okay, so their top 2 corners have played in a combined 5 games this year. Their third quarter, Quentin Rollins missed most of October with a groin injury that's still limiting him. And we saw that nasty Dimitri Goodson knee injury in D.C. So.
Yeah, Clinton Dix can only do so much.
Yeah.
So, line on this game is Eagles by 3.5. I would love for the Packers to cover, but I just think the safer bet is the Eagles.
This is just a legendary free fall, Eagles.
Ooh.
I see him covering.
I hope you're right, Joe. That is our abbreviated Week 12 show. Thank you for watching. Enjoy the games, folks.